Hello, and welcome back to Mr. Anderson Plays Virtue's Last Reward. Last time we were going to spray some luminol on our wrists to see if we were jerking off in the last 5 minutes. No, to make sure that we didn't, or to find out who took the bracelet from the old lady. I was about to start singing Who Stole the Cookie from the Cookie Jar. Who, me? Couldn't be. Anyway, let's go. This okay? Oh, guys, this can't work. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and everyone uses rock. Come on, let's do this. This okay? Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. It'll only take a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists. Gah! Cold! What the hell, man? Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Phi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course. That leaves only Dio. Wait, what are you talking about? I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have time for this. Why do I have to do what you tell me to? Because I'm trying to prove your innocence. Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not going to find it on me. Then show me your arm. No. You don't get to order me around. I have rights. Not in this world, buddy. As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio. Oh, he's turning into an ultra killer robot. Gah. He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him. Right. Don't know what you're talking about, but okay. All three of us leapt at Dio. Ah, shit. I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. That means... Let me go. Get off me, you fuckers. Man, he really likes to ride people. Dio, you killed the old lady. No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of mistake. When would he have killed the old lady, though? Shit. What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story. As quickly as I could, I explained to Phi what Kay and I noticed on the old woman's wrist. So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her. Yeah, exactly. Even if they wiped it off, I figured luminol would still react to blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well? Alright, fine. But when did he have time to kill her? I mean, I guess in between? I don't know, whatever. I did it. I guess we'll find out right now. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you damn kids and this giant robot too. I killed that old bitch and took her bracelet. Are you Zero? No, I was under orders. I was sent here to do something. To do what? Who gave you this order? I'll die before I tell you. So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I killed the lady, but I didn't kill no Luna or Alice. I don't know. Tried. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna. That wasn't you? Tread carefully, Sigma. Tread carefully. If anyone can tell me what game that's from, 10 points. Well, I'll give you 20 points for that one, because I guarantee you no one's going to be able to tell me. Hint. It was on the Panasonic 3DO. I'm not going to give you the actual developer. That would give it away. But it's a big developer now. And in fact, my parents, when they played the game, they wanted to put stock in the developer. And the person, the stockbroker said, "Oh, we don't deal in penny stocks." And if you knew what this company was, you'd be blown the fuck away. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill. Why would he lie about killing Alice and Luna? He already got caught for the old lady. Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me. Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people. Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may... Sorry guys, early morning again. He may well kill again. But where would we put him in? Put him? Is there a room we can lock or anything? Perhaps we can put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape. Oh yeah. Hey, wait. I'll be good, I promise. Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with that. Let's put this guy on ice. Come on, please. Hey, listen to me. We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the secondary door. Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going into that thing. There's no way in hell you're not. Let go. Let me go. God damn it. I told you assholes to let me go. You can't do this. Stop. Stop. Please stop. Please, no, you can't. Yeah. Oh, Dio. Quark and Dio. 2 peas in a pod. Open this fucking thing. I said open it, goddammit. I don't think so. You're gonna pay for this. When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you. Bring it, bro. So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark. Now all that's left is to find Clover and Tenmayuji. Yeah. Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned. Good point. Let's go. They really didn't build this facility very compact. I mean, why do they have to put all these little weird hallways and everything? Especially if it wasn't intentionally used for the games. I mean, maybe it was intentionally made for the games, but I don't know. I want to know what that that anagram or whatever they call that is. Huh, looks like they aren't back yet. Perhaps they want to look for us. Oh man, now we've got to go look for them. How much time until the white doors open? 50 minutes. I think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now. Kay and I nodded. By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about. Oh yeah? Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why? How should I know? Presumably it had been taken off before we found him. So we have no idea where it is? Pretty much. I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game. What? We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one... Oh no, we won't be able to go through the secondary door. Yeah. Who would be pairing up with Quark? Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That means he'd be with the cyan pair. Who's the cyan pair? Clover and Tenmayuchi. 2 people who are missing. Quark's bracelet is gone and his 2 teammates have disappeared. What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmayuchi took the bracelet? Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did. Then why aren't they back yet? Perhaps they've already gone through the white door. What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't opened yet. Perhaps someone opened one of them? How? I don't know. But it's happened before. What do you mean it's happened before? Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Oh. Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing. But that's against the rules. Yes, I know. But if the person opening the door is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game. So are you saying Clover or Tenmayuchi is Zero Senior? It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't showed up. Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors? If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us. So I would assume... If anyone can figure out what this says behind them, let me know in the comments. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't give a shit if the game wants me to wait. This is still a speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back. Now, this is a bad idea. No one should be splitting up. Everyone should stay together. These people are like a group of newbie D&D players. Okay, I'll stay. No, baby. No. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong. Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then. You keep yourself safe, Vi. Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you. Of course. Oh, Vi. I'm sort of torn, like Luna, Clover, Alice, Vi. Come on. This harem is pretty good in this one. I do like this harem. They all have their little charms to them. This is the pantry? So would it appear? Oh, they got Cheetos, bro. Those little flavor puffs? Oh man, they're good. Looks like they're not here. When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red doors. Which would have meant this room. Not gonna do us any good to hang around here though. Let's head upstairs. Very well. Baby, come back. Ooh, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong. Man, I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the night. It's terrible. back in the lounge. The land of the lounge lizards. No one here either, huh? Tamayuji loves scotch so much I thought we might find him here drinking some. Man, maybe I'm coming down with the coronavirus, guys. I do work in a job where I am helping people with a lot of immune disabilities, so yeah, who knows. It was strangely around the time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that would be described as blankly if I could have seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink? Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask. Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I've gotten so used to this suit I kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything? Well, actually, I did remember a little. Really? Yes. What did you remember? My father. When when dad you when dad you remember that? Is that supposed to be a pun or was that a typo? Did it just pop out of nowhere? Please don't joke. Oh, okay. It was supposed to be a pun. This is serious. Sorry. He sort of reacts like a child. So you remember who your father was? Yes. What about your mom? I don't seem to have one. I... Oh. So your dad raised you? Well... More like built me. Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him. Aw, little baby Tenny, MK. Aw, it's so cute, little bunny. I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person who worked there, which meant was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but only times he wasn't working were the times he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with this education software you'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. It's actually kind of sad. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as a part of a family, and in several the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. You know, this is kind of weird. I was reading Are You My Mother to my daughter last night, and she said the word bird. It was adorable. It freaking melted my heart. So I found myself longing for a mother of my own, someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that. I thought I would be so happy. So the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He'd given me a robot to play the part of a mother. Oh, I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first, I was surprised and angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. Wait. certainly a robot can't cry. So we're just looking at, like, what we think a baby Tenmayuchi would look like. It's kind of cute, actually, though. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. I wonder if the dad used her, for other stuff. You guys know what I mean, right? Like for a calculator and everything, and like, he'd bring his food. I mean, what were you guys thinking about, you pervs? Jeez. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I'd still have my education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. But could you really leave? Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father, because I'm pretty sure that you were born in this facility we're in. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. Is it the dead woman? She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she came to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. I think I really know who these two people are. I do. I really know who these people are. Is it Akane and Junpei? But no, it can't be. It could be, because we could have been on cold sleep for a very long time. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when she was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly, my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I'd never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. I was going to eat with others, she said. I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I even thought about. Man, this is actually kind of sad, like, if you really think about it. My father got into trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before, it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with my father. Lounge. So we know that... Actually, we're in the lounge right now, but I think we're in the lounge in this flashback. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while every day, I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I'd thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it, the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid, locked me in my room until his research was complete. So wait, was Dio there to make sure the woman died? All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She had made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future that no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh. I'm sorry. I lost track of time. It's okay. Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing. So you remember almost everything. No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events. Huh? Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit? What's wrong? I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode. Oh, fuck. Everybody's gonna die again. Are you okay? Yes. I think I just need to rest. Okay. Take as long as you need. I'm going to look for Clover and Tamayuji myself. I'm sorry. Thank you. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, I guess I better get moving then. Well, I'm surprised he can fit on that sofa. Well, at least we got to find more about Kay. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse. Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn. Yeah. Where's Kay? He's in the lounge. You decided to split up? Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. What's up with him? I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit. Is he alright? I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired. Tired, huh? How are you feeling? What? I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock. Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, this is a big, event that we're going through. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up and trapped in a weird-ass game, and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I managed to hold on to my sanity this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure out any of it, the more I feel like my brain is going to melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole Nonary game thing for? And what is the Zero Senior up to? Hell, how the hell who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... You think it's Dio? Who knows? No, it's not Dio. Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't know even know anything about you, Phi. Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you? No, that's not it. I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too. She trailed off. Was that a gunshot? You heard that, right? Yeah, it came from the hallway. Let's go have a look. Yeah, it sounded like a gunshot for a second there. There's nobody here. Maybe they got on the elevator. Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we know the elevator's downstairs. Yep, it was downstairs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Who knows? Thought so. Let's go. What awaits us on the bottom floor? Who knows? Who knows? Which way? Where do you think they went? Let's just head for the green door. Why? Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are. So you aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe. They're fine. Temayuji and Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. What's the harm in looking? But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio. Are you sure? Huh? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. Well, I know Clover would not have killed Alice. Are you serious? You're gonna believe him? It doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful. Alright, fine. Really doesn't hurt to be safe. Well, I don't see a bunch of dead people yet. Okay, we're still locked. I headed to the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. And there's Quark. There was Quark, sound asleep. See? Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio? Let's open his. Oh, his bracelet's off. What the hell? Check his pulse. It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead. Oxygen level 0. Status dead. The oxygen level for his pod says 0. That means he asphyxiated. But why? Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels. Who? Look, we should go tell Kay about this. How come I'm feeling everyone's gonna be dead? Come on, let's go. Without waiting for me to follow, Vi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. She was crop dusting me, so I had to hold my breath the entire way. Who knew such a fine ass could give off such a foul smell? Vi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up. Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up. What is it? We explained about how we'd found Dio dead. Now it looked like he died from asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0. What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman and Alice and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer? The only person who could have done it were Clover and Temayuji. There's also Quark. What? No, that's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep? No, I'm just saying that, strictly speaking, it is a possibility. So just, take it into consideration. Well, in that case, Vi, I'd hate to say it, but that doesn't mean you couldn't have done it. Me? Well, you were left alone. This is why we don't split up, guys. Yes, you could have done it any time after Sigma and I left floor B warehouse. Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmaichi to show up. How do we know that? They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge. She went on to explain about the sound we heard. I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it's likely that Clover and Tenmaichi were at fault. Were the two of you investigating together the whole time you were investigating? Yes, we were. You never split up or anything? Nope. In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it. We only have 7 minutes. Oh crap. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open. Alright. Let's get back to Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmaichi are already there. Oh, where is Dio's bracelet? His what? Huh? You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Fine are the magenta pair. Shit, you're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door. I fear not. Then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet. How come I have a feeling it's already gone? All three of us don't need to go. Yes, all three of you do. You two go ahead and I'll get the bracelet. Alright. Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these. They're the yellow pair of bracelets? Were these Alice and Luna's? Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please take them. I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket. Alright, let's get going. Those are pretty big bracelets. Memento Mori and then... shit. They're not here. Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said, with Quark's bracelet? Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of it from Dio. You got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive here. Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but we heard a noise and turned. Jingle, jingle, jingle. I apologize for keeping you. Did you get Dio's bracelet? Well, technically yes, but... Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod. What? What the hell? I assume whoever murdered Dio did this. But why? There's no point. I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess... Oh, the door's open anyway. Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close. With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door. That means Kay and I will... Oh no. Shit. You're gonna... When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized. I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted us to use the game to kill me and Quark. Kay, sorry. That's why they broke the bracelet. I think so. It makes the most sense. How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes you're gonna be... Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just... Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that. But if you stay here, You think I don't know that? But what kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? God damn it. Well, he wouldn't be able to continue the game anyway. This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had.
Oh, am I remembering? Oh yeah, I'm remembering a lot. The first is an anesthetic called Soprol B. This is the other. There is another muscle relaxant called tuberculin. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you. My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tuberculin. I knew it. Give it back. I found it, so it's mine. Of course. The antidote. I just got an achievement to each its own needle. The antidote. The antidote. I didn't have time to explain. I took off running towards the exit. Sigma, where are you going? Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment center room. The treatment room. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until he still had it. Well, whoever killed him didn't realize he had that. Oh, there's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit, I can't save both of them. 1 minute remains until chromatic doors close. 1 minute? Shit. I spun around and shot out of the treatment center. I hope he's doing like the Naruto run. 3, 2, 1. Chromatic doors closing. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh dear, Sigma. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Sopril. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tuberculin. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kay and Vi lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose, Vi or Kay? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Vi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself towards Vi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger. Sigma, what the hell did you... I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholesterol inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxer. Why did you pick me? Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. I never get through the metal. Then, why didn't you inject yourself? Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind. You are the biggest idiot on the planet. Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to someone who's about to die? How about something more tender? Give me some sugar, baby. No, screw this. I don't want to live. It means being in debt to you. No goddamn way. I'm not gonna. What's wrong with being in debt to me? Her words slurred and slowed, and her eyes fluttered closed. She was dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Vi's gonna be alright. But Kay. I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there, you could open up the suit and take the mask off. But then what could he have? How'd he gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor, and he had... Holy shit. Then that would mean Dio's killer is... What? I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled towards Kay. Kay, wake up. Come on, talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke. Sigma, I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left you, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. After that, you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters. You headed for the elevator. Why would you need to take off your armor? Oh, I guess so if you came back, they'd see you asleep. Okay, I get it. I get it. I bumped into Fi and went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you. Or we saw your armor, I guess. But then you would have been out of it. While you were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back to Fi. Before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to Floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Oh, so it was Special K who killed him. But why would he break the bracelet? I don't think he did that. He couldn't have, because by the time we got back, and then we went with him, the bracelet was broken. Before it wasn't. You put your suit on again and waited for us. And as soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you expected. But wait a minute, if he can get out of the suit, I'm pretty sure that the bracelet isn't attached to him. It's attached to the suit. Okay, wake up. Something's happened. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio? Yes. Your reasoning is correct. I killed him. Why? Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me. The old woman. I couldn't... Who did he kill? The old woman. What? She was like a mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life. Wait, are you saying... Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18. Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here? Sigma, unfortunately we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. You cannot forget. Forget? He wasn't making any sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds? If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. Um, Milkevoli. This will open the second gate. What the hell? Hey, Kay, who told you to tell me this? No, who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. I grabbed the hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. Huh? What? Oh, wait. No, then I'm wrong. Is he actually the dude that was working in the warehouse? Is he actually father? Was he a clone? Is he Snake? I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, terbococurine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. Yo, what a twist. So, is Sigma? I guess he just didn't remember working on everything he worked on? Like, is that even possible? Achievement unlocked. Through the looking glass. K. End. Yes. Alright, so we got the K ending and the Clover ending. Well, I think that does it for about now. I'm happy I was able to wrap up the ending in at least one video, unlike last time where I had to, continue onwards. That ending was really good, and I felt really bad for K, actually. And the fact that he's me? I mean, what the fuck does that even mean? And how did Sigma not remember working in the warehouse if in fact Sigma was the scientist? I mean, he did say he was doing some kind of research. I don't know. And maybe that's why the father or Sigma was so distant from the son, because he wasn't really a son, he was just some kind of tool that he was going to end up using in the end, and that he just didn't want to get too attached to him. And who the hell's the old lady then? I mean, there's obviously cloning going on here. Rather strange. Rather strange. I thought that was like Junpei and a Kane, because a Kane and Junpei went missing if I recall. I don't know. Man, this game's end these games this game's endings and mysteries are a lot better than 999. A lot more writing and thought went into it. Um, and from what I heard, then Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. From my experience of it, there's certain characters in this one that are in that, and that's supposed to happen like in between 999 and this one. So how does that even work? Man, this is crazy. But I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, drop a like. Tell me what you think with a comment down below. And subscribe, because it makes me feel good. And thank you. Have a good night. Good night.